Hello everyone, welcome back to SQL with Ravi Martha. So today we are going to see splitting the data based on certain format in SQL. This is part 24 of this series. If you haven't watched the previous videos, I'll place the links in the description of my video. Today we'll see splitting the data based on certain format. If you see the input here, we have a table called emails, which is having two columns. One is ID, the other one is name1. And the output should be like this. It should have ID, name derived, and status derived. So in this scenario, we have in the name1 column, we have www.theserver1.com, and after that we have a space colon space, and then we are saying the status, whether it is okay or not. That means whether it is reachable or not, something like that. And after that there is a space again, and there is one more website, and whether it says whether it's okay or not. Similarly, we have other websites and its status, whether it's okay or not okay, and there is a space after that, and we have the last one. So there may be a number of websites and its statuses based on this particular format. So we have a website, space, colon, space, and the status, right? Now, in the output, what they are expecting is they want an ID and the name derived, that is the website name, and the status, whether it is okay or not okay, right? Let's see how we can achieve this particular output. So in this kind of scenario based, how we can achieve the output in SQL. So let's start analyzing this one first before writing the query. So we have column called name1. My approach to solve this problem is I'll first split the data based on this www dot, right? So once I split, I have overall four data splits. Based on this, further I'll split the website as well as the status based on the SQL functions, right? So this is how I'm going to solve this problem. And if you find any other easy ways of solving this problem, please do comment in the comment section of this video. That would be helpful for others as well. Okay, let's go ahead and write the query in SQL Server Management Studio. Right, we are in SQL Server Management Studio, and we have a table emails which is having ID and name1, which is the same as which we have seen in the presentation, right? So in order to save time, I have written the query already. So first I'll explain the query. So we have thought like we will split the www dot, like the websites, right? The full set of this till the status, from the website start to the status, right? So for that, what I have done is I have used a recursive CTE to find the position of this www dot, first, second, third, right? So this is a recursive CTE, as you know. This is the anchor query which gives the first position of the www dot, that is 1. And after that, what I'm doing, it will be fed to the recursive query. So it will try to find the next www dot position after this first position. So it will find the next one. Similarly, now it has the second position. The position is having this particular the length. So this particular value. So if you see here, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 22 is the second www. So this value holds www 22. Now when it go for this third iteration, right? So it will have the value 22. So it is trying to find the www value after 22. So after 22, it will find the next value as this one. And after, in the next iteration, it will try to find the position of this particular www, the first position of this www. So it will give this particular value. and I'm trying to find where the position is greater than 0, which would make sense. So now let me show you how the query works. So we are just going to find the positions of the www dot, right? So first one is at the position number 1, second one is 22, third one is 42, and fourth one is 67, right? So this is the positions which we are calculating right now. And also let me comment this, and after that what I'm doing is already exists, that's what it says. Let me drop the table if exists. So what we are doing here is in order to understand that, I can run it again without the temp table. So I'm querying this one, so it gives me the start and end position of the www dot. So I'm using a lead function, so that I'm just trying to find the complete string of first website. So the first www dot starts at first position, and the second www dot is all the way to 22nd position. So this particular string, so I'm trying to find the first position and second position, so that I can separate out the first website and its status. Similarly, the next one, using the lead function, the same lead function, I'm trying to fetch the second website string, and the third one is the third website, and fourth one I'm trying to the position 2 is null. So after that I'm trying to use the length function to separate the fourth website, right? So we got the temporary table now. It's a little bit long query, but when you write it, when you practice it once, it will be easy. So we got the position 1 and position 2 to separate out the website and the status, right? Now, so now I have written the final query, that is there are one subquery as well. So this is the subquery which gives which gives the status as well as the website both. And in the above query I'm just splitting based on the condition. So I'm just replacing the not okay first with space, so that even if the not okay present in the or not or okay present in the website name, it will still will not mix up with this, right? So I'm trying to say I'm replacing the not okay with empty space. After that, if there are any okays, I'm just replacing again with the empty space, so that it will just give the website name. In the next case statement, what I'm doing is, if it is, I'm trying to search whether it is okay and not okay using the string, like when it is not okay, we are trying to print as not okay, else we are printing it as okay as the derived status column. So at the final query, we have the data which we require in the output, right? So basically we are simply what we are doing, we are trying to find the positions of this www dot, and using the lead function we are taking the start position and end position of the www dot, so that we can separate out the websites. And after that we are trying to separate out these websites, and then we are getting using the case statement, we are getting the status derived as well. So let's insert couple more records and then see. So as you see here, it is correctly working now. So basically we are getting the data, right? Let's insert couple more records. So I'm inserting 2 more records into this one, and then I'll also insert couple more records. So let's rerun this entire query again. Let me drop the query if it exists, so that I'll get all the starting and ending positions of the string. So we are loading it to the temp table. So this says 18 rows affected. Let me query the temp table now. So this is the temp table. We have the start position, end position, and the last ID is null. Okay, and for the last one we have only two websites, so we got only 2 rows for this. Right, after that, once we run this one, so we get the output, exactly what is there in the output. I have also given some W in between the server names just to make sure that so that we can also test our query, that whether it's checking for the entire www dot or just the W. So you can try it out. I'll place all these queries in the description of this video. If you want to explore, just copy the queries from the description of the video and you can run the queries. We'll meet in the next video, and till then, take care of yourself and have a great day.